Hi guys, welcome in. Today I'm taking a look at a video made by a YouTuber who goes by Nixium. I caught this morning as I was getting up and felt like this is on point with like my early thoughts of Cataclysm from the other day. So I want to give it a quick watch and give my thoughts on it because I think there's some good points in here.
Blizzard is making an absolutely massive mistake, and I'm going to explain what it is with this video. Now, let me establish something real fast. This is not a negative video, okay? I am not here to throw a stone at Blizzard. I am here to offer some genuine criticism.
Throwing stones is what the community does best. Know what I mean?
Criticism that maybe some of you guys are going to agree with and say, yeah, got a point. Some of you guys are not going to agree with it. I'm curious to hear what you all think. Please leave a comment down below just sharing your thoughts on this topic. So recently I was talking to Wow Krendor, another YouTuber, and while I was over on his channel, one of his recent videos caught my eye. A video where he was discussing a mistake that he felt that Blizzard was making. So I'm making this video after talking
What's the mistake? You gonna bury the hook?
to Krendor again to spread more awareness on this issue. Before we talk about it though, real fast, this channel is sponsored by Zygor, World of Warcraft's ultimate add-on. Use it in the war within. Below in the description, use code Nixium for 20% off after you enjoy the free trial. Anyway, here we go. I want to talk to you about World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Unless you've been living under a rock, you are aware that World of Warcraft Cataclysm is soaring on in and is about to be released to the public. We have already gotten...
When did this come out? A day ago, so it's already out. It came out on the 20th.
The pre-patch, people are leveling up Worgen, including me, goblins, people are playing through this new sundered world, broken apart by Deathwing, having a good old time. Here's the thing, when it comes to Cataclysm, there's a lot of people out there, they're really freaking hyped for this expansion. They're excited. They loved Cataclysm.
For a lot of adults today, this is where they got their start.
They thought it was great.
So someone in my age group who had access to PC gaming growing up will attribute Cataclysm like a lot of the people I know attribute classic World of Warcraft. So it's crazy the perspective difference just based on like when you were born.
And there's also people out there that, they thought the Cataclysm was some old booty. I made a video recently where I laid out all the reasons that I could find across the internet and my own personal reasons why people were not that excited for Cataclysm Classic when it was announced. Anyway, regardless of what camp that you belong to, the Cataclysm lover, the Cataclysm hater, one thing that is true is that Classic WoW is now officially over. Now hold on. Now what I mean by that is Cataclysm is not technically 100%. And has never been considered Classic. Classic WoW has always been considered vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King. Why?
This is one of the big things I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit here. So back in the day before Cataclysm was coming out, there was always talks about World of Warcraft 2. Because people thought maybe, hey, it's getting a little long in the tooth. Maybe they should make a second one. And a lot of the questions were asked around Cataclysm on why they didn't just start World of Warcraft 2 with Cataclysm. There were so many updates, graphics changes, questing changes, like all this other stuff that went in to make it borderline a different game. To the point like Cataclysm, I agree, it shouldn't be called Classic. It's like, it's that turning point, like I said in my other video, onto something new, onto what it's turned into today.
Because
also Wrath of the Lich King would have been a great ending point for an MMO. Just saying. You take out Karthus, or Arthas? Karthus? Yeah, sorry, League of Legends. Arthas. That's it. Lich King down. We're good to go. Let's move on. Blizzard drops the new MMO. Everyone moves on. WoW stays up in the background. Those who still love it go back and play it.
In Cataclysm, that is when World of Warcraft became more modernized in a lot of people's eyes. The old world was updated. The questing system was overhauled. Classes were dramatically changed. So on and so forth.
If you play Classic WoW and then go and play Cataclysm, you'll see how very different the race selection is when it comes to classes.
Cataclysm radically changed World of Warcraft, and we are still seeing those changes to this day. So people kind of look at it like vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King, that's OG WoW. That's classic pure.
And there are still people who disagree with that too, like to the extreme. Like I got my start in Wrath of the Lich King. Okay, I didn't start in it because I couldn't afford a computer when I was young. But like by the time I got into PC gaming and got over to World of Warcraft, like Wrath of the Lich King was out, and that's what I got to play. People in Wrath when Wrath was out back in the day, they were all like, "All hail Burning Crusades!" Like that was the shit.
World of Warcraft,
And I
then
think that's when they
Cataclysm
started
and
too.
Beyond is kind of like, I don't know, New Age World of Warcraft, modern World of Warcraft. There's not really a term for it. Just like, oh, it's WoW, but not classic WoW. But here's the thing. When
It's the change.
Cataclysm is released, all of the Wrath of the Lich King realms, as you guys are probably aware of, are going to become Cataclysm realms. Now,
Yep.
we still have vanilla realms and classic WoW hardcore realms and Season of Discovery realms, but there is no TBC or Wrath of the Lich King realms. Nothing planned anyway. So do you see kind of where I'm going with this? Do you see where Krendor was going with this? Here's the mistake, and I'll explain why this is a mistake on Blizzard's part and where an opportunity could be lying in wait. But again, this is all just my opinion. Here it is.
Suggest what I think.
Blizzard, you should seriously consider giving to the players TBC and Wrath of the Lich King servers, even if it's just one each. And here's why.
Why not? Why would they get rid of the unless they're trying to create FOMO, which hey, that's a good strat too. Don't get me wrong. Nothing can get my friends to play these games again together with me quite like FOMO. FOMO is a powerful thing. So them putting FOMO on this would be fantastic.
As I mentioned before, there are a lot of people who want to play Cataclysm, but there's also a lot of people that just want to play that classic World of Warcraft experience. And I think the success of Classic WoW's re-release back in 2019 is just evidence of this. Here's what I think would be a good idea.
Evidence.
You should give people the option to play through the vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King experience, the OG WoW experience.
But just having Wrath Classic would do that, wouldn't it?
If people want to. I think it would be a good decision if people could log on to a vanilla classic server and, you play classic WoW. You're leveling up, doing whatever, yada, yada, yada. However, when you hit level 58 on that character, you will then see that an option
58.
has appeared on your character selection screen to transfer that character to the TBC realm. If you want, you don't have to, but it is there. You can continue playing him to level 60, you can go do Molten Core, you can go all the way to Nax Ramas, but that option to transfer them to TBC, it's there if you want to use it. If you do, you're then transferred onto the TBC realm, and then again, at 68, if you want, an option will appear to transfer to the Wrath of the Lich King server. Again, you don't have to. If you don't want to, stay in TBC, do Black Temple, whatever. But if you ever want to, you can take that character and transfer them over. And if someone had no interest in Vanilla WoW or TBC, for example, they could just make a character on the Wrath of the Lich King realms.
Okay. I see the basis behind the idea here. And it's tricky, right? Because I feel like Blizzard's going to try and monetize that heavily. And they're going to try and capitalize on people trying to do a server transfer, because that's essentially what that would be. If you create a server for each one of the classic game modes, right? And then you're like, hey, I leveled up. I'm done with classic. I want to move on to the Burning Crusades. That's a server transfer, not just a game transfer. And maybe because they're charging subs on this still for a 20-year-old game, they should do that. Or maybe they shouldn't charge for that, but I feel like they would. Like, let's be honest. That's what Blizzard do. So, my second issue I see with this is going to be the population. So, okay. When you play retail or any of the basic classic servers now, there's typically the max level people you can talk to, like the veterans of the game and whatnot. If they move on to the next server, the next expansion, and you have zero way of communicating with them, we have an issue, right? Because now you can't really, how do I put this? You have a brain dump of like information that like new players can really like grasp onto. So if someone who's starting gaming today decides like, I heard classic World of Warcraft's the shit, I'm going to go play that. they hop in there and they get zero help because you either have the people that just do classic or the rest of the people that have left. You have your community shift over till eventually they're on Wrath or they stay where they're at. So I feel like that could be interesting for new players, but the only way around that is if you make it all on one server and you make the game version on the server dynamic. You know, a little bit harder to do, and I don't know if Blizzard has the capabilities to do that.
Start at level 1, just level up a new character, that's fine. I think it would just be a great idea if Blizzard gave us the option, if we wanted to play through the entirety of the OG World of Warcraft experience.
I think this is a good idea. I really do. Like, to be able to do that and experience the patching of it and the progress. People have done this. And I wish I could do it today. That's all I'm saying.
Experience from Vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King if we so choose. Not, you know, being able to play Classic WoW if we want, like Vanilla WoW, and then we just have to jump to Cataclysm if we so choose. Yep. It's kind of just, why not have a TBC in a Wrath of the Lich King realm? I mean, come on. Few things to note though, okay? Blizzard, if you do watch this video and you're like, yeah, let's consider this. A few things to note. 3 big things with these servers. First of all, don't offer any character boosting. No BS, pay $60 and you get a
covered this in my video when it comes to New World. I think MMOs should only have 2 forms of capitalizing on them. Be it purchasing the game, be it the subscription or microtransactions. These are all microtransactions. No matter how you feel about the service they provide, they're still microtransactions. Blizzard has already charged for these games once. Now they offer it in the subscriptions. I think, honestly, Blizzard should keep WoW tokens, everything else outside of Classic. Put it in Cataclysm for all the shits I care, right? Because it's totally something different at this point. But for the Classic things, they should leave it alone. And that's because that's what the experience was back then. And I think people should get to experience that again. Look, if they want to take retail and put everything they can do to charge out of it and kill it, that's their decision. The data shows that if you break that little bit of a golden rule, your MMO starts to suffocate. Granted, World of Warcraft and even Final Fantasy XIV are living on glory days. Like, they're not as good as they used to be. And everyone knows it. Blizzard knows it. Microsoft knows it. So, things like these for initial purchases, I think are fine because they're part of buying the game. But I think microtransactions are a bit much. Either that or the ability to buy these should be wrapped in with your subscription. Your subscription, similar to the way Elder Scrolls Online does it. But we'll see what they do.
A level 58 character in Vanilla WoW, a level 68 character in TBC or something. Don't do that. Number
Garbage.
2, no in-game store.
Ruins the experience.
No stupid mounts. No stupid pets. None of that crap. No. Number 3, goodness, no WoW token. No WoW token available on these realms. Why am I saying all this? Some people are watching this thinking like, man, Nixie, why are you saying all this? I'm saying it because keep it Classic WoW. Don't touch what isn't broken. Classic WoW is fine without boosts and...
Because you have a sense of accomplishment in the Classic eras. This is before all these in-store shops and everything. And part of it was that what you earned, and there was a sense of satisfaction with that. And that's what made part of what made these games so much better.
And like level speed increases and in-game stores and WoW tokens and crap. Keep these original OG WoW experience realms pure, undefiled, and keep it pure. Keep it classic. Okay?
Keep it classic.
You know what these should be? These should be a time capsule, right? It should be a time capsule that someone can look into if they want to re-experience those good old days of leveling a character through Azeroth.
And I will say on these types of things, I'm not opposed to them coming in and dropping like a graphical update or something to it. But the experience should still be classic, or maybe they don't. Like, I think companies that explore this option are going to learn lessons all over again that they learned back in the day. But I've always been an advocate for like games being preserved rather than just being thrown in the trash. I'm glad that Blizzard went and brought back Classic, but I think I think Nixium's made some great points in this video, and I think that there is still more that can be done here, as far as like what Blizzard's going to do with Classic. I think maybe before they start doing like individual servers for each one and then allowing you to progress hop over, I think they should consider the possibility of them all being on one server and making it just be an option in game, because we know that Blizzard's going to try and monetize it. Oh, by the way, definitely go check out this guy's video. If you're coming from my channel, I always give a shout out to the people who made the videos. Like and subscribe. I think he's on it. All right, till next time.